Oh yes, hello there, only one Kenobi here, only one. Doesn't seem long ago that I did Tessek in the opening of the 3 figures you got in that pack. Was it 3 or 4? It might have been 4 actually, with reuse as well, reissued. Anyway, this is Tessek, and it's I was kind of looking at what was coming up in the quick shots, and I thought, oh, Squid Head, we've only just looked at him. But no, this is great because I want to look at him and just focus on him. Look at the card back again, the figure, which is phenomenal. I'm also going to show you, if you stick with me, this, which I got from BOE, which was a deal I did with BOE. I've kept hold of that one. I've sold most of my vintage 80s, but that one I'm keeping, man. Part of my trade with him a while back. And so that's it, really. I was also going to get the Power of the Jedi figure in here, but I don't want to confuse things, man. Power of the Jedi figure is excellent, but it's now in the past. Let's focus on this, which is now definitive. It's a classic. I've always wanted it, going right back to the beginning of my channel. When I don't know what number video it was, but I definitely called for Squid Head back in 2017 when I started this channel, which was all about what we needed in the TVC. But now we have him, and it's unpunched, which is a bonus with a 40th anniversary badge on it. The image is just as it was, but we can have a look at just as it was with the BOE one. But they've cleaned it up, haven't they? Look, they've enhanced him, and this looks nice. The card back looked quite good when I just sort of put it on the stand just now. As I say, I couldn't really focus or get too excited about him in the last video because I was busy opening Valken Tazeri, or whatever his name is, and the other guys. But I was obviously overjoyed to finally have a Squid Head and open him and look at him. But now we can really look at him. So there's the detail. When I look at this figure, though, I can't help but see the Mandalorian Season 2 Quarren that appeared there. I just don't remember our Squid Head, the classic 80s guy, being so pink. The guys in Mando were, the ones eating the broth. They seem to be that colour. Or the sculpt reminds me of those guys, because they looked... I don't know, maybe it's for years, decades, looking at the vintage 80s, we have a vision of him in our head. It's sort of like it dictates how you think about him. And I suppose in Return of the Jedi, it's very dark in there, so you can't really tell what tone he is or whatever. You just see him a few shots where he's looking at the, what do you call that, pit of Carcoon, where the Sarlacc is and stuff. You see him there, but so the difference in images there, he kind of looks grey. It's funny, isn't it? He's kind of matches the, yeah. And here he's more pink, and maybe that's just more accurate. I just don't know. How do they get to the bottom of how he really looked? Or is it creative license? I just don't know. They've looked at how they could be based on the stuff we see in the modern Mando series and stuff, but I don't know. But he looks great. I mean, look at him from that angle. Oh, he's just, I'll just film him for a bit longer, but when he turns his back to us, you'll see how good he looks looking away, because there's a few shots. When Chewbacca and Leia are in the, when they storm in, when she's dressed as Bush, and I do that, and I do that, or whatever. He walks towards what's happening. You kind of get a shot of him. I'm sure you see his cape or something draped like that. So, I don't know. I kind of like that angle of him. It's a great figure, though, isn't it? I'm going to stop him spinning in a minute. That detail is his weapon. Is he some sort of accountant? What was his role? He's right up there, like Yak Face and all that lot, isn't he? Yak Face was a spy, wasn't he? Or like a double agent of some kind. That detail on the back there, amazing. Wow. Lovely soft goods, just like the 80s version. There it is. They've really matched it up. That's the problem you got with the Power of the Force one. That's a beautiful sculpt. The Power of the Force. I beg your pardon. The Power of the Jedi figure, which always makes me think of Chris from Toys of the Jedi. That's a beautiful figure, beautiful head, but the body is not bulky like Power of the Force figures, but it's got that hard goods cape that just fans out. It makes him look like a bottle bank type thing, you know what I mean? But this guy, It's brilliant. Let me get the BOE figure out as well. Bear with me. And here it is, a classic vintage 80s. This is a MIM card as well, made in Mexico, I believe. Because look, it's got that on the back, the stamp. And I got one graded from, what's it called now? Echo Base Live in 2021. I got one of these graded. And I did a trade with the BOE for my graded one. And I got this and a Gamorrean guard. No, wrong. Gamorrean guard. I got, that was a great deal. So thank you to BOE for doing that for me. I don't think mine was as creased, the one I had graded, but still, this is great, man. So it's a great deal. There's the back. There's the classic. And speaking of the backs of cards, let's have a look at the back of this one. There you go. What have we got on the back here? All these guys. That's that independent wave, that reissue wave there, and then it's matched with this. So there's 8 really good figures for the Return of the Jedi that came out this year. This many were reissues. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 were reissues. Why they did him, I just don't know. These guys were really expensive on the secondary market. Those 3. Githaba, Nikto, Woof. Ridiculous money to get the first issue of them. Silent Murray, you could still get the other one of him that they brought out in 20... What year did they bring Yak Face out? Oh, yeah. I think it was 2019 when the Barge came out. But a lot of those figures peg warm. Well, they didn't peg warm, but you could get them on the websites. Like, you could buy cases of that wave of Silent Murray and Boosh and a few other characters. They couldn't give them away. They probably have all gone now. I just don't know. A lot of people bought them before Echo Base in 2021 because Silent Murray was there. The guy who played him. So a few people... So that was going back a couple of years. Now maybe they've all gone. That stock's dried up. But you get my point, ladies and gentlemen. These were more sought after. Him, not so much. He came out with Han. So why they've reissued him, I don't know. Probably because they couldn't be bothered making a new character. These are new. And they probably won't interest half the collecting community because these are just for specific Barge users, people who just want new figures, which is good that they are doing new people that have never been made before. So they are important. I'm not knocking it, but I'm just saying that some people might think I couldn't give a stuff. You know what I mean? But he's important because he is classic Canon 96 and rightly so, they've brought him out. That's what this line is all about, man. It's get the classics, get them done, definitize them. If that's not even a word, but you know what I'm saying. I'm just going to rest that there, put this here, and have him in the middle, ladies and gentlemen. That is Tessek Squid Head. Classic. Absolute classic. I loved him as a kid. I like the Quarren a lot. I'd love that Sith Lord Quarren dude. Whatever his name was. Malavel, was it? Darth Malavel. And yes, in the background there, just to mention, there was a gap of 2 figures there. Guess what was there? These 2 Tesseks. I like to have 2 variants next to each other. And if you notice as well, sorry, I'm moving him out the way again. See the Rees in the background there? Look at that. He goes nicely with Tessek Squid Head because they both have similar card backs. That venting that you get from the Barge. See that there? Also, that goes nicely on the wall next to him is Yak Face. If you go over there, you've got my Yak Faces there, including my Power of the Force one from the Barge is there. And there you go. I just thought I'd mention that. I thought I'd mention it. Let me just zoom out and we'll end it there. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Some news dropped tonight about the retro collection Phantom Menace stuff. I haven't talked about that yet, but I will do. I just wanted to do this quick shot to break it up and get things moving. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching again. If I've said that, I'm saying it again. Only one Kenobi, only one. Out.